Hey guys, about to go into round 3 of a Magic Origins draft. We have a pretty strong blue-red deck, as evidenced by our 2-0 record. I'm hoping we can go 3-0 with it, but I'd be happy with 2-0 as well. I'm 2-1 as well, but we'll see what happens. I do usually if I go 2-0, I have a good chance of going 3-0. I feel like in this format, more so than usual. Like if your deck's good, it's good, and that seems to be the case. Like if you make it to the last round, I mean somebody has to lose, I guess. But I always, usually for me anyway, if I seem to go 2-0, I go 3-0 more often than I don't. So it's pretty good. Doesn't look like our opponent's here. He may be gone because the last round took a little while for some of the other people. I will resume when our opponent arrives. Okay, our opponent's here. I think this hand is a keep, even though it's not incredible. We don't have any of our early drops, but we do have 2 ways of interacting with our opponent's creatures early that are very good. And we have our Void Mage and a Goliath, who's kind of going to be hard to cast for a while, I'm guessing. But all right, white. Ooh. Well, that's annoying. Hopefully we can kill it quickly. Our opponent's been playing Kytheon, Hero of Akros turn 1 most games. That's why he's doing so well. All right, it's creature number 2. Okay, disperse is nice. We'll end our turn, unfortunately for us. We're just going to take 4, see what he does with the extra mana, if anything, and then use disperse on something, probably. Nope, doesn't look like he's doing anything. Okay, I'm going to disperse the Majoring Bully, just so he can't flip his Kytheon next turn. Now I'm going to play Dragon Fodder, since it can cause problems for Kytheon. If I'd known I was going to draw Dragon Fodder, I probably wouldn't have bounced his dude. We definitely block Kytheon here and force him to use the Indestructible ability. If he swings. He probably won't swing anyway. Yeah, he didn't. Okay. This means we can kill Kytheon with our Exquisite Firecraft. I think I'm just going to play Watercourser and end my turn there. I'm going to be pretty sad if he plays a dude with haste here. Firefiend Elemental, for example, would be pretty bad news for us, because he would just flip. Looks possible. No, it's just Suppression Bonds. Okay. I can handle that. We take 3 here, I think. Man, we're struggling with drawing lands, that's for sure. Do we just Firecraft the Kytheon here, since we can? I think we probably do. We could also Anchor to the Aether him, but I think I just use Exquisite Firecraft. Dang. Yeah, that'll do it. All right. Well, now I wish I'd use Anchor to the Aether, of course, but didn't seem good at the time. Really need to draw our 4th land and just play back-to-back Separatist Void Mages. We'll just take 2. And now we really want to draw land for a Void Mage. There we go. So we're going to bounce the Griffin back to his hand. And end our turn. Dragon fodder, okay. Now I think we will have to anchor Kythian. I think we go to 6. Charging Griffin comes back. Yeah, that's bad. Throwing Knife, however, is good. Although, not so much when we're at 6 life. I can kill Kythian with it, but... I think that's what we do. Maybe playing the Void Mage would be better. Yeah, it would have been better. I don't think we had a chance of winning this game really anyway, but... We're going to put the Throwing Knife on a Goblin. Actually, yeah. We're going to attack. And throw the Throwing Knife at Kythian. Maybe I should have put it on the Void Mage, but the Void Mage can block the Mage Ring Bully more effectively. So we're going to take damage here. If we could just get to 7 mana, we could turn this game around. Drops us to 2. If he plays another flyer, we're in trouble. If he doesn't, he didn't. Okay. So we can survive a little bit longer. Well, now we can survive more than a little bit longer, but I think we still play Separatist Void Mage. Bounce the Charging Griffin. Would be nice to draw some more lands, of course, but... Drops us to 1 life. He's trying to play his Griffin, I think. If we play our Whirler Rogue, we can survive a little while longer. But we're also showing him we have a Whirler Rogue if we do that. I think I'm going to do it anyway. On the off chance we can actually make it to make this game go our way. It's really unlikely given the state of it, but all right. If only this bastard didn't have first strike, but we're going to block there, there, and there. Does let us kill a goblin. If we'd drawn a land there, we actually could have gone Mage Ring, Bully, Anchor to the Aether, but we just could not draw a 5th land in that game to save our lives. So we lose. And may have given our opponent too much information. but that's okay. Okay, don't really have anything worth citing in. Just run the same deck back out there. So that game was pretty rough. Being stuck on 4 lands didn't help, but even if we hadn't been, our opponent just has a very good deck. Turn 1 Kithion was pretty hard. I think we keep this. Chances we draw mountains are good, and we have a 3-drop and a 4-drop, so it'd be nice to have a 2-drop. So maybe we draw a mountain. Is he doing it again? Okay, no, it's a Crowan Jailer. Great. I'm happy to see my opponent play Crowan Jailer on turn 1. We did draw a mountain, so we do have a 2-drop. We can basically curve out. Right, Veteran Sidearm. So the Starfish is pretty good, but I think I still lead with the Courser. Yeah, I think we keep pressure going. Thopter Engineer, huh? That is a pretty poor target for Separatist Void Mage. Alhammarid again, looking a little more likely that we play him this game though. Could hit the Thopter with my Void Mage, and that may happen later. But for now, I'm going to attack with our Water Courser. I'm going to pump it twice. Then I'm going to play our Starfish. I'm going to put a hold on my upkeep so that we can scry on my upkeep. If he spends a turn equipping Veteran Sidearm to it, playing the Separatist Void Mage, well, it only costs 1 actually, so it's not really spending a turn. Playing the Void Mage seems a little better. Alright, we will take 2. Kithian, okay. Hate that guy. We're going to scry. I'm actually going to put this on top of my library. Because being able to play Alhammarid eventually is pretty big. I'm going to swing with Water Courser. I'm actually going to have to bounce Kithion to keep him from flipping, which is pretty rough. So you can pump him once. And bounce the Kithion. Alright, that does suck. Why did our opponent have to get Kithian in both games, huh? It's making our lives very difficult. Okay. We're going to scry. Awesome. Put that on top. We're going to play another Void Mage. Bounce Kythian again. And end the turn. So chances are pretty good we can play Alhamaret next turn, and then Kythian flipping isn't going to be nearly as scary because we can just fly over and crush him. Although he does have one blocker, so that's a nuisance. Be awesome if for some reason he decided not to play his Kythian this turn, and then we could just name it. So we scry again. All right, I think we do put it on top. Let me take a look here. Yeah, I think we put it on top. I think it's worth swinging with both our Void Mages now. Probably was last time too. He can use his Akroan Jailer to tap our dude down, which is pretty annoying. To tap our Alhamaret down, but let's see what happens here. Okay, so I think we named Suppression Bonds, although Enthralling Vic, God, his hand's disgusting. It's him stealing our Alhamaret. But Suppression Bonds is worse. It's the worst of all of them. So we're going to name Suppression Bonds. But I think we lose after seeing what we just saw. Seems likely anyway. He can play Enthralling Victor, steal our Alhamaret, and swing it for a lot. So it's not awesome. Yeah, it's a hard one to win. We do get to scry. Him getting Kythian both games has been awful. Just awful for us. I mean, he hasn't even flipped. We've just used so many resources on bouncing him and stuff that it's just made our lives pretty difficult. If I were him, what happens if he plays Enthralling Victor, steals Alhamaret? Oh, he can't steal Alhamaret. What am I talking about? Enthralling Victor only steals weaker creatures. Nice. He does have a Celestial Flare that we need to keep in mind and try to play around, though. We don't ever want to be blocking with just one creature or swinging with just one creature. So we actually may be in good shape. I forgot Enthralling Victor can only steal weak creatures. Okay. He's going to start tapping down my Alhamaret. That's what he's saving, keeping his mana back for. Now we don't want more lands. but we drew one anyway. All right, so we're gonna go to combat. Yeah, he's gonna tap down Alhamaret. I'm gonna swing with both of these again. All right, drops him to 7. Right, he has enough mana now to tap a guy and make Kythian indestructible, so... But... Okay. I was going to say, were he to use it, then... He's better suited... It's better for him to use it on defense than it is on offense right now. Water Courser. Yeah, you're a creature. So I guess I want you. Can make Kythian indestructible. Let's begin combat. Taps down the Alhamaret. I'm going to play Water Courser in the second main phase, and end my turn. Be nice to hit, I don't know what, but Disperse, Anchor to the Aether, lots of stuff. Ooh, Iroa's Champion is gross. Alright, that does mean he can not make his guy indestructible, but probably won't matter. Aha! Okay, we do like Exquisite Firecraft. What can it let us do? I wish it was an instant so we could kill Kythian in response to him making him indestructible. I think we probably use Exquisite Firecraft on Iroa's Champion. If we could also use it on the Crow and Jailer, which isn't bad right now, strangely. Which would allow our Alhamaret to be freed up. Not this turn, because he would tap it in response, but if we swing with, he'll tap this, and then we'll swing with these 4 creatures. He has 4 creatures to block them, so the Firecraft, yeah, I think we use it on a Crow and Jailer, believe it or not. That's what's keeping him in the game right now. It's pretty crazy to use a 4 mana, 4 damage burn spell on a Crow and Jailer, but it's what we had to do. A bounce spell would have been more efficient, but, you know. Alright, so he's tapped out now, is the good news. And I can swing with Water Courser pretty safely. It looks like our opponent just disconnected. But I am going to swing with our Water Courser here. So, yeah, our opponent just disconnected. I'll resume the recording when they come back. Alright, so I am attacking with my Water Courser and nothing else. If he blocks with Iroa's Champion, we can kill it. Like any block he makes, his dude at minimum trades with our guy. So, seems like a profitable attack. He's tapped out too, so we can pump it as much as we want. Yeah, so we'll drop him to 3. And end our turn. So we can play Enthralling Victor and like steal a Void Mage or something. That doesn't seem great. We know he has Celestial Flare. He was tapped out there, so he couldn't use it, I guess. A Charging Griffin, that is going to slow our roll quite a bit. We're going to scry. That is great. Seems like Sigiled Starfish is going to pull us out of this one. Yeah. So we're going to play Whirler Rogue. There we go. For a second, Magic Online was only showing that I added 3 mana to my mana pool. I was a little confused. So that should win us the game. We'll use the Thopters to make Alhamaret unblockable. So choose target creature, Alhamaret. And then we'll tap both our Thopters. We need to attack with more than just Alhamaret because we know he has Celestial Flare. Should probably play around it anyway, but we'll swing with all of that. All right, just making sure I made him unblockable. That should get us game 2. All right. Thank God. Maybe in game 3 we won't see Kythian. Maybe we'll be lucky enough not to see him. Stratus Walk does seem pretty good against him, but yeah, what do I take out for it? He doesn't have a whole lot of... I mean, there's nothing I really isn't that good against him, though, so I think I just leave it in. Leave my deck as it is, I mean. On to game 3. This has been a long round, mostly because it took me a long time to win game 2. Sigiled Starfish basically did it for us. All its scrying helped us draw what we needed to when we needed to. I think this is a keep. It's not incredible, but it's okay. Kythian. Nope, Crowan Jailer. Okay. That guy did end up being a nuisance in that last game. Because he played it on turn 1 and we never dealt with it. Oh, we can remove our upkeep. Break. Alright. Whoops. I'm going to use Evolving Wilds now. I mean, our opponent knows more or less what we're doing. We'll get a mountain, so we have double. Pass the turn. Okay. I think I'm actually going to lead with... Yeah, I'll lead with Majoring Bully. I'd rather it eat a removal spell, I think, than Rune Servitor. Roas is freaking champion, huh? Trying to decide if I want to be aggressive here, disperse Roas' champion now. But I can also use Disperse, like after he swings with it, to pump up my Majoring Bully. Bounces a Crowan Jailer, and then these will trade. So I think I just... Oh, I can't do that, actually, because of the way Majoring Bully works. I can do what I just said now, though. So I think that is what I'll do, especially if he blocks. He might not, I guess. Yeah, he didn't. Okay. In that case, I think I do just go ahead and play Rune Servitor. Just take 4 here. From that champion. Alright, charging Griffin. Alright, we are definitely struggling to draw spells, which is not good. I'm going to swing with both of them. And in my turn, I'm going to use Disperse on Rose's Champion. Try to buy some time to remove it. Alright, well that's going to help buy more time and pump our Majoring Bully for a turn. I need to get some creatures in my graveyard so I can play Scob Goliath and take over the board, but our opponent does run suppression bonds and stuff, so it's certainly not a guarantee that we'll get back ahead even if we play Scob Goliath. Alright, what do we do here? I think we block the Majoring Bully with our Rune Servitor. And we throw one dude there, one of our goblins, and take 3. If he doesn't have a trick to save his Majoring Bully, I'll be pretty happy. If he does, we are in trouble. Doesn't look like he does. My Guardian Automaton is actually a pretty good draw right now, since it can block and gain me life, both of which are pretty useful. Okay, I can play both of them, right? We have one creature in our graveyard. Okay, so I'm going to play Subterranean Scout to make our Majoring Bully unblockable. Swing him, hit him down to 9. And then play Guardian Automaton. And end our turn there. Suppression bonds, or tapping my guy. Okay. I'd rather you tap my guy. Okay. I think we can't trade anywhere, so I think I hold on to this goblin and take 5 here. No, I can't really afford to. Yeah, we are in trouble. We can, in fact, play Scob Goliath. So we will, but I don't think it saves us. Our Majoring Bully has to attack. He can tap one of our guys down. So I think we lose. Yeah, if he taps my automaton and swings with everything. No, I actually only go to 1. So he is, because I can gain life. I guess I don't know what he'll do actually. He can't be crazy aggressive because of my Scab Goliath. If I were him, I'd probably, no, I don't know. It's not good to be passive either. Looks like suppression bonds, maybe? Yeah, if you have suppression bonds, then I'm in pretty bad shape. And he does. Be nice to draw or disperse, but we already played it, so it's not going to happen. All right, so we're going to block the Aerois' champion, which will allow us to kill it and gain us life. So we go back up to 6. Let's just top deck Alhamarit. How about that? Well, that's pretty close. If we use Exquisite Firecraft here, makes him a 3/3. He has to block, but he can swing. Like if we hit him for 4, he has to block, but he can swing back for almost lethal. So maybe I should use it on a creature instead, like the Jailer. Yeah, this is a tricky one. Separatist Void Mage would have been nice. If I kill a creature, Crowan Sergeant, let's say, or Charging Griffin, since it can fly, maybe. But if I don't kill the Jailer, he can tap down my guys and hit me for 5. Firecrafting him still forces a removal of some kind, but we have like no way of winning unless we draw like exactly what we need. So we have to attack either way because of how Majoring Bully works. So we know we're using Exquisite Firecraft now. I think I'm going to use it on Charging Griffin. Yeah, I don't know. That was a hard decision, that's for sure. Okay. All right, that drops him to 4. And if we draw dudes who can block, then that'd be good. He's got a lot of cards in his hand. It's kind of nuts. A little scary, too. Stalwart Haven. Okay. Well, we're in trouble. Can anything but Alhamarit save us? Well, that does a decent job. It's a pretty good draw, but I still don't think it gets us where we need to be. I think we take 4 in the air next turn and die. He has to block. Actually, he doesn't. He can let himself go to 1. So we put the throwing knife on our Majoring Bully. Okay, Fiery Conclusion seals the loss for us. All right, well, we tried. Didn't get any of our bounce except disperse in that game. Our game was definitely bounce-based. The more bounce we got, the better chance we had. All right, well, we went 2-1. That's pretty good. Thanks for watching. There's a draft video every week. If you're interested in seeing more drafts, you should subscribe to my channel.